How's practice today?
It was good. So today kind of started the total dive in on Boise State in preparation. You know, we took the 2 days previous off to camp since camp ended after Tuesday. Kind of just a change of focus. And I thought it was good. Shorter, crisper, about an hour and 25 minutes. Anytime you give them a couple days off, there's always some details that we got to tighten up, a little sloppiness to start. But no, I think these guys are locked in and excited to get ready for our first game.
Is this the first time you've been able to go into game week on a Friday for the first game, or are you ahead of the game this year?
You know, I don't know if it's much different. We've always kind of gotten a few bonus days each time. So I don't know exactly. Maybe one extra day because we're going today, tomorrow, and then Sunday. And tomorrow we're going to practice at 7:30 at night. Try to create that body clock for these guys and stuff in the stadium and all that.
What were your overall thoughts of camp?
Liked it, competitive. I thought injury-wise it was as light as we've been, which is awesome. We settle in and kind of having some depth, starters in the rotation, things like that. And again, we pressed into these guys. It doesn't just stop. There's always evaluation competition throughout the year type thing, but it was good.
Outside of Frankie, is there anybody else that comes out of camp that's not going to play right away?
Right. Sione missed a bunch at camp, and he won't be ready game one. Alton Julian's pretty close. He moved around, took a lot of reps today, which was great to see. So I think, Frankie's
good to go.
Good will be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not ready to name a quarterback. Will that be Monday or?
Monday we'll let you know.
Okay.
We know now, the players know now. It's just like benefit, not just that position.
Yeah.
And some of it, such a team game, announcements. I get the quarterback interest. Play quarterback. But, there's a bunch of starters. There's 22 starters that we'll announce that on Monday.
A bunch of whores.
Yeah.
There'll be a few wars.
A lot of wars.
Yeah. And some of that's not, it's true. That there's depending on the scheme or rotation, him or him will start.
Jonathan, can you talk about your captains?
Yeah, was really excited about that group. Again, that was player vote. There was a separation from that group of 6 to the next guys. I was impressed. 27 different guys got votes. So you just talk about, again, the influence. There's a bunch of leaders on this team. That's 1 in 4 guys, but a well-deserving out of that group. And it just played out that there was 3 on offense, 3 on defense.
Why did you go with 6 instead of 4 like you had?
So because the vote total was grouped between those 6. There wasn't much of a separation between really 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7, there was a good chunk of separation.
You don't have a set number that you like to do.
We can only take 4 to the coin toss, but that doesn't set it. And we'll probably, in what we've done in the past, weekly, we have an honorary captain each week too. So,
You're doing that.
yeah.
Okay.
All those guys have been in the program for a while. Just what are your thoughts on having continuity at leadership on this team?
Yeah, I think there's a benefit, and especially those guys that have been here, put a lot of work in. They know how to do things at a high level, and so I do. We got a veteran group. We got a lot of junior, senior, 3rd, 4th year players that we're going to count on.
True freshman. Who stands out to you just off the top of your head?
Well, Damien's going to play,
Yeah.
and that stands out for sure. Jack Valley, now that he got completely healthy, he had a nice week and a half, true freshman-wise. Will he play every game? We're not certain. We'll see how that health goes. Those 2 stand out. Dylan Lopez be in the rotation. Again, you'd love to redshirt everybody, but injuries and circumstances change things.
Did you feel like there was any separation at all with those 5 running backs that you're kind of looking at? Was there?
To an extent, but I feel confident all 5 can carry the ball for us. I think some guys, on the protection end and knowing this game inside and out. Jam being brand new, he's still going to tighten some details up in his game, but he can run it. Not shy to put him in. So, and each of them have a little bit of different skill set, especially Trey Lowe. So,
Easton Mascarenas. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he should be good. Yep.
Do you think all 5 will play in the first couple games?
Kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Because again, you don't want to give the guy a few carries to get a rhythm in the game. I don't know if we'll run it that much.
Could you see Jack Coletto play more on offense and defense this year?
Yeah, around that, he's on all 4 special teams. He's going to play some offense. in the rotation, and I think we're going to rotate a little bit more at inside backer than we have in the past. So I can see it being pretty equal.
He's done so much both sides for like a few years now. Is his recovery process kind of different than most players? How does that work?
Well, we definitely got our eyes on that more than any other player because what you're saying, recovery, the rep count throughout the week, and then obviously when he gets in the game. So, and he's done awesome with his body, man. He's dove into the dietitian, changed his diet. He feels good, but we're very cognizant of the load he's taking.
This is year 5 for you here back in Corvallis leading the program. In your mind, from a coaching standpoint, what's the difference between where you were at this time last year versus now? When you review,
Right.
maybe your personal growth, what stands out to you the most?
Yeah, you're always trying to each year grow. I'm trying to give you a good answer. I think that, again, the experience of the guys we've had, the experience of last season, some ups and some real downs, that's always, as a coach, looking back, even thinking about the bowl game and the preparation for this game and how we prepped for the bowl game and how now we're prepping for our first game because they're similar. I've learned a little bit, and we changed a couple things there.
Players have had September 3rd circled on their calendar since the LA Bowl. Do you feel the same way?
Well, yeah, now that it's getting closer, you're so focused on the process. I know I am excited. This place going to be unique with the stadium and renovation and all that, but it'll be great to be back with Beaver Nation Saturday night.
You've practiced quite a bit in research so far. What nuances have you sort of figured out, with the way things are going in there that might be beneficial to you?
When we experiencing it, the lights are a little different, and that's something, going to catch the ball where your eye level's at, and so that's why we want to do it tomorrow night. The wind's going to be, I think, a little bit different comparative, blowing through, and we looked at that, but I think we got to kind of experience it too to find out if it's a whole lot different just with people in the stadium.
Does it change anything on play calling? The box is so low, you don't necessarily see the chest moves.
Yeah, the
that
view's
changing?
definitely different. It's definitely, and we did it twice in there in our scrimmages to put our coaches in those boxes to see it. At the same time, it's play calls, and these guys watch so much film. They're going to be on it.
Any everything seems fairly positive. Any disappointments coming out of camp?
Well, Ryan Frankie, Sione, that type of thing. Not
Any
yet.
things you
Again,
didn't get in, or
not really. And we've kind of, again, I know we got an experienced group, but less is more. You're just narrowing in specific schemes, not trying to have this huge menu that we can't execute at a high level.
So recruiting, I could switch gears a little bit. We've had a really good year recruiting so far for 2023. Expecting an announcement tomorrow from a potential commit. What have you guys changed anything recruiting wise, or is it just, you think, just the?
Well, I think we changed even from the season. Just I'm talking now on the personnel side.
Yeah, personnel with
It
Cole Moore.
invested more in the recruiting department, got more people working. Obviously, new addition of Cole Moore with Mike Dock being elevated. Those two guys working so well together. I think obviously wins and momentum of the program helps. And each year you're trying to just improve and get better fits and players for your places. We feel pretty good where we're at.
you hear a lot about how the best teams are kind of player run. It seems like this team has got that capability. What are a couple things that where they're able to help run the program that will help you this year?
I think again, I don't feel like I got to continue to have a bunch of consequences type thing. Is like if we have any issue or something could be done better, it starts with those guys speaking into it and it gets squashed. And we've challenged them on that, and then you give them some more freedom too. I'm not just overly coaching everything. When you hear captains and older guys voicing in on the practice field, it's a great thing.
What have you learned as a head coach in leading now several years of these fall camps that you feel like you're better at it than when you first started here?
I think I've got a better perspective on things. Again, just buying into the confidence that this building's filled with a lot of quality people, coaches and players. And my perspective, and not always having to speak into things, guys are covering things. Feels good. I think we got an identity on really all three phases that's been established, and letting these people go.